Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade. I've got Carolyn Stanbury acting American right now because she's hugging it out with me for the season 2 finale of Ladies of London tonight at 8 o'clock on Bravo. Check it out. Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade. So Carolyn, season finale of Ladies of London is upon us. Congratulations. It's been quite a season for you. What can we expect with the season finale? And I want to talk all about this season because you've been a major part of it.
Season finale is just really wrapping up what we've all been up to and where we are now today in our lives and relationships.
When you look at this season, obviously you've gone through a lot and it's been a lot of transformation for you. Talk to me about that transformation with the business, with, going back, being a housewife. We've seen a lot happen. Talk to me all about it.
Well, I've been a housewife for about 3 months now. So it's,
quite a change, right?
yeah, but it's not really, it's not where I'm going to be. I've always been a businesswoman. I always will be a businesswoman. And it's just about what business now and where to go. I'm just taking this time to sort of find my feet. Gift Library was something I built over 7 years. And it is a big change, but it was a company that was growing at a ridiculous rate and I lost sort of control of. And I now have learned in hindsight a lot of things. So when I do go back and when I do come back, which I will definitely know what not to do.
People don't understand being a business owner is hard, especially growing a business. Talk to me about as it was growing, what were some of the lessons that you took away from just being entrepreneurial? Because I loved seeing that part of your life in this show. It was great.
I just think that, when things go wrong, you need to be adaptable and you need to, I raised millions of dollars in a double dip recession, from two of probably the largest investors there are. Artemis is the largest fund in Europe, $22 billion under management, and the founder of Carphone Warehouse. So, you take on a lot of responsibility, a lot of big names. I was in a boardroom every month with all men and I bit off probably a lot more than I could chew, but, I don't regret any of it. I learned so much. I met amazing people along the way and I had, 3 stores, 48 employees, 3 children. So it was, the Gift Library went under for a very silly reason and so could have been stopped had we known. But these things happen and you can either be bitter or you can move on. So I chose to move on.
2 seasons under your belt. How's having been on TV change your life? Because it's got to be I can't imagine having my life out there. I'm always curious when somebody is on reality television, what kind of changes have been?
I've got to be honest. There's been big fat zero change to my life.
Really?
Yeah, nothing. In fact, in England, it closes more doors than opens it. It's not really shown there, so nobody recognizes me from it. Nobody talks about it. So until I come here, I don't even realize I'm on a show. I'm here for 3 days. So out of my life, 3 whole days will be around this. Then I go back to being me and nobody talks about it. So it has not changed my life at all.
UK, you're never recognized, but you've been here for 3 days. Please tell me you've been recognized.
I've been recognized absolutely since I stepped off the plane. It's been madness, but in a really sweet way. I got stuck in a lift with 3 men yesterday, which I was like, they were like, "Oh my God, are you on Ladies London?" And they're
No
like,
way.
"Yeah." And then they're like, "Obsessed." And then, which was cute. I just wanted the elevator to open. And then, on the street last night, it was dark and I was walking to Chanel, as you do. And as I'm crossing the road, this woman screams in my face, "Caroline." And she gave me such a heart attack that I jumped in the air and screamed too, because I wasn't expecting it. It was dark. So yeah, it's just been totally different. I've done loads of pictures. It's really nice because people are so appreciative and sweet here.
It's so different with people in the UK. They don't fanboy over anybody.
Nobody.
It's like you're uncool.
Yeah,
right.
Totally uncool to ever go up to somebody. I've done so many pictures here. Over there, they'll kind of go, you see them eyeballing and you know that they've recognized you, but they would never, ever come up to you.
Is it a cool feeling though? Do you enjoy it?
I enjoy. I don't know if I'd like to live like this every day. I think, but yes, it's really nice just to know that it's appreciated, because in England, I think it's so frowned upon. Reality TV.
Has it surprised you to see fan reaction? Is it like kind of cool to know people are watching and investing themselves into your life?
And to see how, exactly, how much they take it on board, like how involved they get. And I think more than a series, reality, they feel that they really know you, and they want to hang with you, and they want to, I've had so many offers. Someone offered to come to the hotel and sprinkle roses on the floor for me before I walked in, which I thought was absolutely must.
Stalkerish. That's
No.
a little stalkerish.
I thought it was wonderful. I said, absolutely come. All things like that I like. I always had a vision of myself as Eddie Murphy coming to America.
Oh my God. I think I want to spend the day with you. Or like I just love your sense of humor. And I think I would just love to shadow you for one day and just see what goes on. I think it'd be hilarious.
With pleasure.
Would it be exciting?
Yes,
or would I be bored?
Me, but let me know you're there. I know it's exciting. I don't want to be just chased around. Find you, pop out behind every so often. But if I knew you were shadowing me, okay, let's go.
How about having cameras follow you? I would be so shy. And I'm always curious, how are you able to, do you feel normal when the camera's around you? What is it like?
I actually really do. I, first of all, just got really used to it. And I really don't think of them as there. And, like I'm sat here talking to you now, I honestly doesn't affect the way I run my day to day, because you're so busy with everything that you're going through, and kids and work and everything else. I don't have time to worry so much about how I look or what I'm doing, that it just has to flow. And they kind of keep out your way, and they don't talk to you anyway. So even if I wanted to.
One of the things I just read, I read a quote that you had where women in London are expected to marry a rich man, have children, and that's that. And I'd love to see that your perspective on everything is so different in terms of wanting to be entrepreneurial and to do things, purposeful things in your life. Talk to me about that message that you're putting out there, because I think it's really empowering and wonderful.
Well, it's just never been my dream. I mean, it's not to say that it's the wrong dream for some girls. It's great. It has never been mine. It was always my nightmare. I watch my girlfriends get allowances from their husbands, and, when at the end of each month, they have to justify what's on their husband's credit cards. And I just thought to myself, I would die, absolutely die, if I had to ask if I could buy a pair of jeans or whatever. I buy whatever I want when I want. And that's just it. I just have never thought about it. And if I wanted that bag, I'll buy that bag. And having to ask somebody else's permission is, for me, I don't get it. But I mean, if that's, okay, I don't know. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. That for me would be like giving up my own life. I wouldn't even know why I had one, frankly. It wouldn't be mine. I have to ask permission to do everything. I like independence. I like to know that I want to know that I'm with my husband for all the right reasons, that I can leave at any given time if I want to. And that's the one thing my husband always says to me. At least he knows I'm there for the right reasons. And the day that it's not fun for either of us, we could stand up and say goodbye.
There's been some drama with the ladies, obviously with Annabelle this season. Talk to me about showcasing that drama and obviously the relationships right now, where you are with the different ladies.
My relationship with all the ladies are great, except Annabelle. So Annabelle and I have had a fractious relationship throughout. Having watched it back, I now pretty much sure that a lot of the tensions were brought towards Julie and Juliet, and her saying that, why don't you tell Caroline to F off, or whatever it is she kept saying. And I actually believe she wanted to tell me that. And she was pushing them to stand up to me. And I think it's just all come to a head because none of them did, and she wanted them to. Will I have a relationship with Annabelle from here on in? I got to be honest, I don't think I will, no.
When you watch it play back on television, is it almost therapeutic? Does it change the way you see a situation versus living it in any form or fashion of your life?
I mean, funnily enough, watching it back, I can't believe how together I am. I watch it back, and when I feel angry, and I sometimes wonder, did I get that out right? Did I say what I wanted to say? I actually really said it. I can be angry, but I get my point across. And, I am blunt, and I am sometimes hurtful, but I'm always truthful. So, I have to respect that in myself. I don't take it back. I stand by everything I said on that show.
When you look at, obviously there's American women, there's English women. It's two very different cultures. And I've been to London multiple times. talk to me about English women in general. What do people not know about English women that may defy the stereotype?
I mean, no, I think you all know that we're sort of emotionally inept. And
that's the line of the day right there.
Yeah, we all went to boarding school, and, I don't understand the American culture of talking everything out, hugging it out, crying it out. It's just, my God, especially, I suppose, having built a business. I mean, there are many times that I wanted to cry, but you can't sit in my office and cry, for God's sake. I mean, can you imagine?
I can imagine personally.
Don't do it. I'd much rather get a swig of vodka and a Xanax and go continue on. I mean, not that we have that in England either, but whatever America.
There's no Xanax in England?
I don't think so. They don't give it out like they do here. I know of it because everybody sort of isn't that like the thing that calms you down over here?
It is.
Yeah. We're stuck with the vodka. But no, I think you have to be, you can't just go and get a prescription. They give it out like candy here, don't you?
I mean, yes. It's like pill dispensers everywhere.
No, you can't. There's no such thing.
God, I just sounded like such a drug dealer for a second there.
Don't worry. Well, I knew what it was. But it's, I think it's the emotional stuff. It's just, the emotional stuff is really what gets to me, that I feel that you can't say things because they take it so on board. See, I really mean it. If I say to you, tell me what you think, I actually am okay with the answer, no matter what it is. Whereas the Americans, they say, no, tell me what you think. But they actually they really don't want to know. And you're meant to just go, no, you look great. I just don't understand that.
Is it difficult to deal with Americans because of that? I mean, I hate that fakeness too. I just hate people in general, and I do this for a living. How scary is that? But is it tough to deal with Americans?
It's like that. It's that show. What was it? I can't remember, but I do laugh when they go, I'm just calling to say you're great. Everybody loves you. We at the network love you. We have to duck your pay, and you're all fired. But we love you. And it's so true, because it's like everything is sugar-coated like that, I'd much rather you just called up and said, you know what, we're not going to do the deal. The show shit. And it's over. It's that sort of sugar-coating everything for me to make me feel, but lulling yourself into a false sense of security. Well, you're not going to get that with me. I'm simply going to tell you it's over. I like direct. I prefer direct.
Have there been moments where you've had to sugarcoat and had to swallow it and just, got to sugar...
Firing people at the office.
How hard is that? How hard was that?
I mean, just awful. I really was some of the... People blame you. They don't understand, when you have a board, you have to carry out their actions. And, with us, we were told to do it very fast. And, and they were like, how could, some people would sit there, some people cried, other people were like, how could you do it to me? And it's awful, because ultimately they were my friends. I liked everyone I worked with. You're in a small office, so you become quite close to people. So nobody wants to do that. I mean, if I could have, to be honest, I'd have left and let, everyone else to do it. But, it's an awful, awful thing. So, yes, I did sugarcoat it then, or try to. But actually, in those situations, if you sugarcoat it, they still don't get it. So sometimes you just have to, you have to be brutal.
Is this something you'd like to see yourself doing season 3, season 4, season 10? Do you foresee yourself doing the television thing for a while?
Oh, gosh. For the foreseeable future, why not?
As long as Bravo keeps renewing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've really enjoyed it. There has been some ups and downs, but ultimately I enjoy it. I always said if it gets cancelled tomorrow, it's the worst home movie ever made. It's like, oh my God, all my worst bits at once. But it's funny. Funny.
When you look back, any moments you wish you could take back? Or is it just like, this is me and I'm cool?
Well, I think you guys got quite into Unicorn Gate, but would I take it back? No. It's me, and it's who I am.
Congratulations. It's a lot of fun, the show. And like I said, the English culture, the UK is a whole different world. We think of it as so close to America, but it really is a whole different world, especially when you're dealing with culture and society. So it's really great to see it from your perspective. I enjoy it. So I think it's great. So congrats.